2021 SBLive Washington virtual media days for high school basketball season, covering both the boys and the girls as best we can across the state during these interesting times. I'm Dan Dickau alongside the pride of Tacoma, Todd Millis, talking with a program from Tacoma, the Lincoln boys, Coach Ryan Rogers, alongside point guard Parker Androy. Thanks for joining us both, guys. Coach, we'll start with you. This has been such a unique start to a season. Some programs have already got some games in, some have finished. Some programs haven't started practice. You guys are in the midst of your first week of practice right now. How has that first practice gone?
It's been great. It's been good to get the guys back in the gym. We have all been itching for it. We've been, busting our butts and trying to get everybody in the right kind of shape and form that we want them to get in. But it's just nice to have the guys back in the gym, and they're excited and they're working hard. They're ready to get after it.
Parker, lots of student athletes across the state have had to get creative with finding ways to get better. Lots of guys have played AAU in different parts of the country on the West Coast with limited access and opportunities to work with coaches like your own coach. How have you and your teammates stayed prepared?
Just playing outside for the most part, outdoor courts. I'm trying to get in the gym as much as possible. I play at AAU for a couple of tournaments with Life Christian Eagles, their program, their AAU program that just started up this year through all this COVID. But just trying to run as much as possible and just stay ready.
Ryan, Lincoln has had such an extended run of success, both at the county level, the district level, and the state level. Last year, you had a young group. You were able to get them to that regional round game, losing to Rainier Beach. You got most of those guys back. What areas of improvement have you already seen with this group 15 months later?
Just like the bond and relationships that they build with each other, the trust that they have in each other. I mean, we're holding each other accountable already. Just a couple quick practices that we've had. Just like the commitment and buy-in to like what we have as a program and what we can be. We can finally starting to see these kids like understanding the bigger picture of what we've been trying to kind of instill in them, and they're finally kind of putting it together, and it shows. In just a quick 3 days. A lot of these kids haven't been in the gym that much, so trying to get them back in that. But like they're doing the tools necessary to be successful and to make another run. Especially
after a long layoff, how much of a luxury is it having 2 point guards that you get to play side by side this year? Guys that were in the program last year, guys that will be back, next year in Parker and then Gabarri Johnson.
It's big time. I mean, we have a lot of young guys and we have a couple other young new guys coming in. So it's like having 2 more coaches out there that can help us out. They're grabbing them off to the side and showing them what they're doing wrong and kind of coaching them up as we go. So it's big, we really pride ourselves in that program that we kind of help each other out and we kind of show each other the ropes. So having 2 guys that have been here and know what it takes and have played in big games and, made some runs and whatever, it's just like having 2 more coaches out there.
Parker, Gabarri's the point guard of that football team. You're the point guard of this basketball team. You guys are arm wrestling. How do you balance that leadership? I mean, you guys are 2 natural born leaders from different sports.
Yeah, just our relationship that we've had. We've known each other for a while, just playing AAU and just getting into coming together. So just the relationship that we have, being able to talk to each other, communicate, and being able to have the ball and play off the ball as well, and know what each other are doing and just play well off each other.
Tacoma, a lot of times, unfortunately, is looked at as the stepsister to Seattle basketball as far as players. And it's not true, because when you look at the amount of really good players that have come out of Tacoma, it's pretty dang good. You look at Isaiah Thomas, you look at Abdul Ghadi, Malachi Flynn now is in the NBA. Have those guys been mentors to guys like yourself, Parker?
Yeah, definitely. Through Life Christian, we've had a lot of runs, so I've been able to work out with Isaiah, work out with all these guys, man. All these guys come back for the summer. I'm able to play with them and just pick their brain and ask questions. So yeah, it's been very helpful.
Coach, you've had obviously a 14, 15-month layoff just like your players. You've had a chance to take a winter where you can watch more games at the NBA level and or the college level. Have you taken advantage of that and found a couple things that you want to implement in your program to kind of put in your philosophies?
Absolutely. Being able to actually sit down and watch a lot more college basketball is a lot more beneficial. I still am a part of the University of Puget Sound, so I'm able to watch, Aubrey Sheldon, the former coach over here, do his thing when they have their little spring season as well. So just, trying to pick as many brains as I can and watch as many games as I can, try to see what we can pull from here to kind of work for our system. It's been extremely beneficial.
Both of you guys right now, what do you think the state of Tacoma City Hoops is right now? The teams that you face in the 3A PCL?
It's definitely looking very competitive this year. A lot of young teams last year, so we're coming back. I'm ready to compete and we're ready to win that PCL championship back.
Yeah, Wilson has a couple of young guys, and Anderson over at Mount Tahoma, and Mount Tahoma was really tough last year. I think Tacoma basketball is kind of starting to turn around back around to where it's competitive all the way around rather than just one or two teams. So we're ready and excited to kind of compete with everybody and just kind of show them what we got. Take back our crown.
Awesome. Love to hear it. Last question before I let you go. There's been lots of downtime. So obviously, Parker, you found different ways and opportunities to improve your game. Coach, you've studied the game as we've talked about, but you also got to get some enjoyment. What's your favorite sports movie that you've watched over the last 14, 15 months due to COVID?
Man. Watched or rewatched?
Rewatched is fine too. There's been plenty of time for that.
Man, that's a tough one. What about you?
Probably the old documentary, The Last Dance. I watched that over like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, The Last Dance is great, but I'm more of an old school. I like the program.
That's
Program.
Awesome. Well, I haven't seen the program in years, but I will side with Parker. I have watched The Last Dance multiple times, and I love the fact that young guys are diving in and studying Michael Jordan, just how good he was, just how competitive he was. If you could take 1 or 2 nuggets from him in that and implement them to your game and coach to your program, you guys are going to continue to have a lot of success. So for Todd Mellis, I'm Dan Dickau, the rest of the SBLive Washington crew. We appreciate you guys joining. Wish you nothing but the best of luck. I know 3 practices in, there's a lot of games in practice left for you guys. Best of luck.